wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. First of all, I would like to thank the panel evaluators for today, which is Dr. Siti Zubaidah, Dr. Ferris, and also Dr. Syed Agil for being presented today. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Siti Fariza binti Muhammad Isa with the number matrix GS58981 in PhD Mass Communication. I would like to thank and also introduce my supervisory committee, which is led by the chairman, Dr. Magad bin Al-Imran bin Yassin, the committee members, Professor Madia, Dr. Zahira binti Muhammad Ishan, and Dr. Siti Aisyah binti Haji Muhammad Razi. And my working title for this presentation is Moral and Economic Rights Gains of Film, TV, and Social Media Content Creators in Malaysia. I would like to proceed with the background of study. The intellectual property, copyright in the knowledge-based economy. Copyright is a form of intellectual property and is concerned with the legal status of information as mentioned by Harsley in 2019, and the topic of copyright issues being discussed among the academics and industrial planners is never ending. Creative industry is recognized by Scholar Kuah 2011 as part of the weightless economy or knowledge-based economy that plays a big role in contributing towards the nation's GDP. In the United States itself, since the year of 1901 into 2001, the amount of output of intangible content are relatively the same, but the value of it today has increased in 20 times greater than how it was as reported by The Economist in 2016. With the increase of wealth in intellectual property business, Hawkins 2002 stated that the creative economy works by people generating money from ideas. The importance of, in a research done by Alavi and Azmi in 2019, it mentions that Malaysia too is no exception in realizing the importance and contribution of creative content towards the economic growth. It is crucial to study moral and economic rights among the film, TV, and social media content creators in this study because copyright law provides the content creators with exclusive right in artistic work produced. Within these rights, it enables the content creators to obtain financial reward over their work, as mentioned by Kusun and Fan in 2009. Copyright issues remain studied in the area of digital pricing by Cho, as mentioned by Cho in 2015. However, this study uncovers issues revolving the moral and economic rights protection of the Malaysian film, TV, and social media content creators. The definition key of terms, which is with the working title Moral and Economic Rights Gains of Film, TV, Social Media Content Creators in Malaysia. Number one is the copyright term. Copyright is a pertain rights over the artistic content created. The original creators grants them the power to prohibit other parties to use and monetary benefit from the artistic produce. Copyright holds both of the elements of moral and also economic rights, as mentioned by Ramli, Mayana, and Satika in 2020. Moral rights refers to the acknowledgement and recognition given of the artistic content created, whereby the creator ensure their names are associated to the work. Economic rights are the meaning of the ability to exploit monetary gains behind or over the artistic work produced, as mentioned by Urs in 2004 and Basic in 2003. Without established rewards and monetary compensation over the artistic work, there is nothing to engage and sustain the content producers, as mentioned by Galini and Scothma in 2002. Content creators are the people who produce content in the creative industry. As a report by Deloitte in 2021 with the title The Future of Creative Economy, the creative industry, including film, TV, publishing, museums, music and other performing arts, computer, programming, crafts and architecture and design, and those working outside those creative industries but still working in the creative occupation. The proper statement of this research is, since the COVID-19 pandemic struck the world, a lot of industrial sectors were forced to cease from operation. That is to prevent from the disease to spread and brought a negative impact on the worldwide economics in all types of industry, as stated by Pak Ma in 2020. Landers and Posner in 1989 stated the increasing copyright protection should generally increase the number of works produced. However, this is not the case in Malaysian content industry, as mentioned by Alavi and Azmi in 2019. In Malaysia, programs for TV, especially teledrama or movies, are produced under the only by commission, and this is also stated by Alavi and Azmi in 2019. And mandatory copyright transfer of the artistic work is given to the media outlets who purchased. As producers are only paid one payment for the drama that he or she produced, there is no allowance or royalties in the event if the drama is being re-aired, and what more for the payment of residuals for the actors and actresses. And this is also stated by Alavi and Azmi. Without some form of economic rewards, people would not have labored in producing or inventing ideas or products, as mentioned by Galini and Scothma in 2002. This is a statistic that is being produced by the Statistician Office and quoted by Dato' Sri Dr. Muhammad Uzzi Mahidin as Chief of the Statistician Office. The creative industry contributes only 2% towards the nation's GDP and employs around 1 million people in 2019 itself. But the statistics is showing a decreasing number. This is nothing compared to Indonesia, where they are having a completely different scenario. Why this research is choosing Indonesia? Because Malaysia and Indonesia is sharing a similar kind of a diversity culture. Alright, so in 2017, Indonesia, the creative industry generated more than 7% of GDP and employed around 15.9 million people. So this is a big gap between the Malaysian industry and also the Indonesian industry. Research questions. RQ1, why is it important for film, TV and social media content creators to protect the copyrights of their artistic produce in Malaysia? RQ number 2, how is the literacy of intellectual property education among the film, TV and social media content creators compared to the music industry in Malaysia? RQ number 3, what are the factors that contributes to the lacking of awareness of copyright protection among the film, TV and social media content creators in Malaysia? RQ number 4, who is responsible to educate the film, TV and social media content creators in Malaysia with adequate IP knowledge onto the artistic content created? RQ number 5, what are the good elements of a contract agreement to protect the commissioned artistic produce of the film, TV and social media content in Malaysia? RQ6, what is the importance of negotiation in achieving common understanding in acquiring moral and economic rights between producers and potential content buyers? Research objectives. General objectives: to study the importance of intellectual property protection towards the artistic produce among the film, TV and social media content creators to enhance the sustainable economic gains and quality produce of the creative industry. RQ number 1 to RQ number 3 contributes to the RO1 to indicate the volume of copyright protection literacy among the film, TV and social media content creators in Malaysian creative industry. RQ number 4 contributes to RO2, which is to identify the responsible body of law enforcers to promote intellectual property among creative industry players. RQ5 to RQ6 is to contribute towards the RO3 to explore the principal negotiation and contract agreement of producing artistic produce among the film, TV and social media content creators. The significance of study, of course, is to contribute to the policy, whereby it's contributing problem solving suggestions to the existing policy maker of Copyright Protection Acts. Number 2 is to contribute to the practice, propounding a constructive appraise data collective from the film, TV and social media content creators. Number 3, to contribute towards the theoretical, conferring key information from film, television and social media content. And number 4, to prefer a critical academic in-depth studies of the issues suggested in the study. Among the literature review that is used to be in this research, starting in 1710, the Statute of Anne. Statute of Anne is the first official written international policy introduced. We go to Berne Convention in 1886, Copyright Acts Washington 1831, Beijing Treaty 2012. And of course, since this is a local scenario to be studied, Malaysian Copyright Act in 1987 is also used as a reference. The theory that will be used in this research is the media literacy theory, whereby media literacy is experiencing changes and adjustments starting from the media literacy in media eras, electronic media literacy in electronic visual, and then media literacy in new media or digital eras, which is used and combined with the visual and other formats, as mentioned by Guntarto in 2016. According to Hobbs, Jazzy and Alpha Hyde in 2007, the basic goal of media literacy education is to nurture the critical thinking about media and its role in culture and society, to strengthen the creative communication skills among themselves to understand the copyright law. Media literacy is a practice of order skills or competencies in using and communicating with the media, as mentioned by Guntarto in 2018. And this is the conceptual framework. Both content producers and also TV producers must acquire the media literacy knowledge, to enable them to understand what are their rights that they could pertain in the economic and also moral rights over the artistic produce. Methodology, the instruments that is suggested to be used is the semi-structured interview using the 5W1H elements, exploratory analysis, population is 6 representatives from law gatekeepers, creative industry guilds, broadcasters and also education institution, purpose-based sampling, which is a focus group, and also in-depth interview. These are the proposed candidates for the interviews. Number 2 is reliability and validity. The data will be recorded within a limited time frame, which is 30 minutes for the in-depth interview, 40 minutes for the focus group. and each of the data acquired after the data collection being done will be examined by the people who is expert in the copyright protection industry, which is Maipo, Putra Science Park, and also from them in the creative industrial guild, to avoid bias and etc. The data will be analyzed by using softwares such as Atlas TI and also Microsoft Excel. Yeah, and the data analysis will be in audio forms or video forms, and will be transcribed verbatim using many sorts of softwares, and also manually done. And last but not least, this is the whole picture, the view of what's and how I'm going to conduct the research. So with this, I would like to conclude. Thank you very much for listening.